Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be mid-month messages for the sign of Gemini in June 2020. Hello, Gemini. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, friends, right off the bat, happy birthday, my twinsies. You're not my twinsies. I don't possess anybody, but I hope those who are celebrating either whenever your birthday was, May, June, at the very beginning, at the very end, whenever you are able to celebrate or that you were recognized. I hope you had a fabulous day, Gemini. I hope it was full of love and happiness and smiles. And my favorite thing, or my favorite dessert on earth, cake and ice cream. If you can partake in that, if that's your jam, I hope you had some in my honor. But in general, guys, I hope everything has gone well for you during your birthday period. Here on the channel, if you missed it, I did do your birthday message, first day of Gemini season. So that's in your playlist. And I just did a live for you guys on Saturday the 13th. Low turnout, but that's okay. But there still are messages within. So we do like a general in there. We do your health and wellness. We do your finances and love and romance in there too. So if you want to check that out, that should also be in your playlist as well. But yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Quick announcement or quick intro here. I know we're going through some crazy times right now. We're still in a pandemic globally, and particularly here in the United States. We're also seeing some major shifts in our political systems and our civil systems and the ways in which, things are going on politically and publicly and everything like that. So I'm stating it in all videos just to put it out there. I am in support of Black Lives Matter. If that's not your bag, if you disagree with that, that's totally fine. I don't cancel you, but if you want to cancel me, that's totally okay, because it is something that is very much, for me, a pivotal part in our human history. You know what I mean? You don't have to be black to believe and say that Black Lives Matter, and it's not automatic that because I am a Black American, that I would be in favor of the movement. But just to clear the air, or just to state it very plainly, I do support the movement. If you're not cool with that, that's totally all right, and you could stick around or you can leave. It's totally okay. But I just wanted it to be put out there and to provide a little bit of context. No matter what you're doing in life, my personal opinion or my personal approach is to be respectful, is to be kind, is to err on the side of optimism and love and inclusivity, right? And so we could get into a deeper context about that, or a deeper conversation about that rather, but don't think that me saying I support something means I support what you believe. You know what I mean? So if you want to have a deeper conversation about it, if you want some explanation, feel free to reach out to me. But I just wanted to say that's out publicly, because I think people are seeing this as like a fringe thing, or it's frivolous, or it's baseless, and it's absolutely not. It has a lot of deep meaning behind it. It has such a deep momentum to it and a history to it. So anyway, I just wanted to state that outright. So moving on to your regular intro that's assigned with not assigned, but a part of this experience on my channel. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Gemini, what you're going to see today is a general reading, but it's going to mimic how I do my personal readings. Again, I did just say it is a general reading, so don't take it too personally. If it resonates for you, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, that's also wonderful, or at least it's okay, because again, it's not a personal reading, okay? It just mimics the style in which I do personals, okay? Anything you want to know is down in the description box, so if you want the timestamp to skip ahead to when the reading actually begins, you can go ahead and click it. It's right down there for you. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you simply follow the steps that are listed below. If you have questions before you place an order, just email me at the same address that you see listed there, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And if you're interested in following me on Instagram, the link is also in the description box, okay? As of now, over there, I'm doing oracle pulls and intuitive interpretations on that. Eventually, I'm going to, put some pick-a cards up there, okay? Just to spice it up. Now, let's get into your reading, shall we? Let's see some general energies. I can't even talk with you guys. I'm very tongue-tied with you. And you're my fourth sign that I'm doing tonight, as well as some other stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, let's see some general messages, energies, and insights for Gemini, please, in mid-June 2020. General messages, energies, and insights for Gemini at this time in mid-June 2020. Please show me. for Gemini in mid-June. Ooh, they like that. That's good. Thank you. For Gemini, please. Okay, Strength. Major Arcana for Leo. And the Nine of Pentacles. Very good. Anything else? Start with 2 or 3, please. Oh, well, that's more than 3, but can I get those 2? It's a tight spot. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna pause the video. 1 second. Okay, Gemini, I apologize about that. There were 2 that fell. I'm looking for 2 or 3, so I'm not gonna take these, but I will show you. It's the 2 of Swords and the Sun, so you might be making decisions about your own happiness. That would be twice for Leo. So for some of you that are dealing with a Leo, you might be making certain decisions regarding a relationship or a connection with a Leo. So again, let's see if they want a 3rd card. Any additional for Gemini here to start? Yes, they do want a 3rd. Okay, so please show me. Come on, please show me for Gemini. Final part of their starting message, please. God, that's a lot. That's 3. I'm going to take the top, which is the Chariot, and we're going to put the rest back. Because for these, I don't start with more than 3. At least I don't want to. So, Gemini. Strength. Major Arcana for Leo. 9 of Pentacles. And the Chariot, Major Arcana for Cancer. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer or not at all. It is a general reading. But you're having to be strong in your solidarity, or be strong in your vision of what you stand for, or what you're trying to be, or who you are. Let's say it that way. I get the sense that you're in a battle with other people, or in a battle with yourself, to be who you are, or say who you are, or do what you want to do. You know, the strength is this pulling yourself, rallying yourself. Thank you. Like rallying call, or like how can I say it? I mean, I think you get the sense, especially if it's resonating off the bat for you, but I'm trying to find the right words to put here. You're having to maintain a certain fervor, or a certain, I don't want to say image, because I'm not sure that it's necessarily an image. I feel like it's actually more integral to who you are. I think it's more, you might be just, God, how can I say this? Come on. And again, I already told you, I got tongue-tied when I was doing your meditation. You're the 4th sign I'm doing. I've done personals today. I've spoken with people today. And this is the first time today that I've just, like, the words are not coming out. This is very interesting. So, you're having to rally around yourself. Maybe that's it. Like, you're having to be your own cheerleader, be your own support system, or you're having to bring out a gentler side of yourself, as well as maintaining some type of strength. You know what I mean? Because, like, what do we see here? We see this very, what we can presume to be defenseless human being against this, not against, but very close to this huge, strong, like, predator. Like, in nature, a lion versus a human, I don't care what the hell the competition is. Well, I guess if it was a game of chess, I would vote on the human. But presumably, if it's about being strong or showing physical prowess, I'm going to vote on the freaking lion 100% of the time, right? So that's what this is. This is like, you're having to find a way to balance that within you. Like, you don't want to let the beast out. You want to show some type of compassion, or some type of, some gentler side of yourself. And that takes strength. Or you're dealing with someone who's doing this. You know, it is a general, so it doesn't have to be you, Gemini. But I'm going to address it as you because it is your reading. And I get the sense, and that could be it. Maybe you're wounded because we can see like she's holding the paw of the lion and she's tending to its paw, right? So it's a very confusing energy if that isn't apparent, okay? This is not a straightforward energy where you're being ferocious and you're being on top of your game and you're out there, showing your teeth and shaking your mane like a lion would to show how powerful and strong you are. At the same time, you're not like some, wispy, innocent, sensitive person, or you're not being the prey in the situation, what we could assume to be the prey. If this lion was literally in the wild with a person, the lion could make dinner out of the human being, right? Making the human prey. So I think you're trying to be both. And that kind of, is echoed in the infinity symbol above both of these characters. You're trying to be both, or you're trying to find a happy medium between both. And to do that is actually very difficult for you. I feel like you either want to be one or the other. You either want to be full on strength, you want to be full on ferocious, or you want to be full on sensitive and compassionate and sort of, be the quote unquote the defenseless one. And it's not that. I feel you're having to walk a fine line and be both. And you're finding that difficult, which is interesting because, as a Gemini, you're a sign of duality, right? And maybe that's it. Maybe, okay, this is like a total stereotype of Gemini, so please forgive me. But you know what they say about Gemini is the good twin, the bad twin, the one, the person in the day and the person at night, like Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? That traditionally is what you're quote unquote known for, or again, the stereotype of a Gemini. I'm going to lean on that a little bit because I feel like you have to have both. A little bit of Jekyll, a little bit of Hyde. You got to have a little bit of the good twin and a little bit of the bad twin at the same time. And that might be what's confusing for some of you, or it's proving to be difficult for some of you. It's very strange. Because this is more nuanced and more complicated than I've ever really felt the strength card before, at least in my recent recollection, okay? I don't get the sense that this is as straight up what it could be, Well, actually, I guess it more speaks to what the strength really is about, knowing when to turn it on and when to turn it off, right? When to be aggressive, when to be ferocious, when to be, that predator animal, and when to be the soft, demure, more empathetic or sensitive character, right? It's having to negotiate that. And maybe that's why it's coming off so confusing to me, is like maybe, like I said, maybe some of you are not in the practice of doing that. But like that is coming through very strong. Like it's like this balancing act. It's like a tightrope walk that you're having to do in a situation. Now, what is it pertaining to, or what's the deeper context here? 9 of Pentacles and the Chariot. Some of you some of you are having to state your claim or your reasons or assert why you want to be single. There we go. That's a little bit of a clear message, because they didn't come out together, but I'm sort of taking them to be very similar energies, or their purpose of showing up in your reason is to signal to the same thing. 9 of Pentacles is Gemini, a card that speaks to singlehood, or at least being single-minded, or focusing on self, or prioritizing self, or feeling comfortable on your own, right? You don't have to be totally single to be in this energy. But for many of you, I think like that's the road that you're walking towards, or the role that you're embracing, right? For some, if you're happily married or happily committed, it's still this emphasis on me. And being that the strength card did show up, and for some reason, the strength card, Leo energy, in the readings I've done today, has shown up very egotistical. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to call you an egotist or a narcissist or anything like that, but it does feel very like me. But it's still not dismissive. I gotta be honest. It's still not, me above everybody else and screw everybody else, 2 middle fingers, you can all go to hell. It's not like that. It's really just, no, I have to focus on me right now. I have to focus on my well-being. I have to focus on my money. I have to focus on this, and that for myself, right? So self-preservation is possibly more what I'm feeling. But regardless of the temperature that you're approaching this situation with, it does feel very, 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 very much like you are having to negotiate your way out of something and walking towards something in a singular mindset, or in the status of being single, or being on your own, or being the focal point of whatever you're going to do. Yeah. That is possibly rubbing other people the wrong way. That is possibly leaving some of you feeling a little trepidatious, like a little bit like, should I not? That's that Gemini, air sign duality thing of, should I? And you're weighing out your options. But ultimately, it's going, I feel as though there's like this, like a giving into, or what's that called? Releasing, accepting, thank you. There's like an acceptance. So maybe it's not even about you wanting to break away and be single purposefully. This could be the byproduct of someone else's choice. Whether we're talking about a romantic relationship, whether we're talking about employment, whether we're talking about friendship, whatever. It could be other people have walked away from you, or have released you from a situation, or have told you, Gemini, hey, this isn't working out for me. And you have to accept, roll with the punches, sort of, with the Strength card, into this focus on the self with the Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot. Nine of Pentacles, single ladies card, that's, one of the things that we say about it in the tarot community, single ladies card, but ultimately being stable with self, sufficient with self, and in some of your cases, abundant by yourself. Abundant in your new role of looking at you and only you and prioritizing yourself. Again, kind of egotistical, but not at the expense of other people. At least it doesn't feel that way for the majority of you. For some of you, you might be totally being scumbags, and that's your business. I don't advocate that, but that could be your business. Now, and no shade, that's just life. It's not shady. Some people, when they chuck a deuce, they really chuck a deuce. Okay. And they're really rude about it. Other people, they do it with class and dignity. And other people, they're the dumpy or the person that's left behind, and they're super bitter. And some people are not. Take your pick on how you react and respond to things. Okay. But I feel there's like an acceptance, like a rolling into that role. And then once there's like some type of stability or certainty of what you're doing and why you're doing it, or how you got here, why you're here, all the things that have been evaluated or studied, I should say, studied. Yeah, you've been studying, because I feel that bird, I don't even know what kind of bird it is. Is it a hawk or a falcon or something? I don't know. But I feel like that birds in tarot to me equal intellectualizing, or like, studying, being scholars. Okay. So some of you have really possibly studied your situation, analyzed it might be the better word. And based on your analysis, I think you come up with this energy of the Chariot to finalize your opening spread. As you can see, the Charioteer is really on the move. So that has been thematic for many signs and many personals I've been doing lately. People are moving, literally, like physically moving. And I mean, look at the world, look at the news. Lots of people are moving. Lots of people are mobile. Lots of people are out doing things physically, going from one place to another, showing up at this place, going this place within a certain amount of hours. And there's just a lot of momentum in the air, in the collective, globally. Momentum is in the air, okay? So if that applies to you in a public way, perfect. If it applies to you in a private way as well, that's also perfect. So you build this momentum, or you ride a momentum. It could be that. It could be that. It could be you get caught up in the momentum of the moment, the momentum of a situation. Your own, you create your own momentum after your analysis. You like kind of, burst through the gates, and you're going, and you're not really turning to look back over your shoulder for anything. So I get the sense where maybe you're moving from a place where you might have lacked a little bit of confidence, or your confidence was chipped away at, and then you build back towards your confidence, or you had to be confident in making certain choices to align yourself with this single-minded energy, with this focus on the self, and really analyzing where you are, who you are, what you are, and what you're doing, and then moving, then continuing down a certain path, or breaking off and going down a new path with the Chariot. The Chariot for me, in this reading for you, Gemini, it feels very undetermined, meaning not that you're not determined, but undetermined as in like you don't necessarily, it's sort of like you're moving, but you don't know exactly where you're going. You know you're progressing, but you don't know exactly where the finish line is or where the goal post is. Does that make sense? Because I feel previous to this moment, you had yourself involved in other arenas or other relationships and other entanglements, right? So if this was, it doesn't even have to be about a relationship of a breakup. Again, this could be the loss of friends or family members, or, you know, the dissolving of those types of relationships. Could be leaving a job, could be moving from one place to another, could be, like I said, speaking to the more public aspect of this, or the national or global aspect of this, could be moving from a place of sort of neutrality, right? Where maybe you weren't a political person before, where maybe before you didn't consider things that are going on in our current environment. You might, and this has been going on for everybody, guys. Spiritual enlightenment and awakening, political enlightenment and awakening, and it's happening collectively to everybody. So maybe you're moving from a place where you were very impartial to so much, and now you're just like woke AF. Does that make sense? In whatever way you want to apply woke. You don't have to be woke for a certain cause. You don't have to be woke for, you know what I mean? I'm just using it as a blanket term for a moment. I'm borrowing that, okay? So it's something like that where like it's like this momentum. You're jumping on this momentum. For good or for bad, that's up for you to determine. That's up for you to decide in your own life. It mostly feels positive, if I'm honest. So if you're woke, but you're alt-right, that kind of doesn't make sense. And it's not a critique. It's just like, I mean, I guess you could be woke, but I'm not sure that your information is correct. But whatever. So let's go ahead and get some more information for Gemini. And again, I don't know many alt-right people who would be watching tarot to begin with. Yeah. So just gonna critique my own community there. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just what I've noticed. Moving on. More messages for Gemini, please. More messages and insights for Gemini regarding the situation, please. Three of Pentacles. Teamwork. More messages, energies, and insights for Gemini at this time. Thank you. Six of Wands. Wow. A lot of repeating energies today. Because I think this was twice Six of Wands, or you might be the second time. What, it doesn't matter. It's a reading that didn't involve you, so let's go ahead and move on from it. So, Three of Pentacles, teamwork, getting a plan together, executing on said plan, having people play their proper roles, you know, just knowing when to strike, or striking when the iron is hot and working towards something progressively. And then the Six of Wands, a type of victory. A type of success story, or some type of gilded. Oh, I'm saying gilded because I've never noticed that the horse was golden like that. I've never noticed that. I've used this deck how many times? Wow. So yeah, I feel as though there's like a prize or a goal that you're moving towards, or something that you're working towards, a project, a connection, a personal goal. You know, maybe your personal goal is to save $1,000 every month, or, well, if you're saving $1,000 a month, good for you. But maybe your goal is to save a certain amount of money every month. Maybe a goal for you, excuse me, is to get in shape, get fit, lose some lbs, do whatever. But there's a certain thing that you're moving towards with this Three of Pentacles, a goal, a partnership, some type of progress. You know, like I'm seeing like cogs spinning in a machine, or in like a pocket watch or something like that. Every wheel turns, every cog turns for a purpose. It moves the hands of the clock forward, right? And to get into this partnership, or get in line or aligned with a certain goal and utilizing your resources. If you're going to go to the gym, you want to work with a personal trainer. If you want to tackle your diet, you want to work with a dietitian or a nutritionist or your personal, your primary care doctor, whatever. There's like this being aware of who you need to be aligned with, or the energies or the places that you need to be aligned with in order to see yourself through to a successful end, right? So I feel you're being super savvy, Gemini. I think you're being super smart about whatever you're pursuing. And it comes after possibly a little bit of uncertainty, or some place where you had to be a little more calculated, a little more cunning, or a little more negotiate. You had to negotiate. You had to really temper yourself in a way, or change something about yourself, or walk a tightrope act, like I said earlier, in order to get to this place, in order to make moves towards progress. Now, this reading is not some guarantee of every goal that you're setting for yourself at this moment is going to come to fruition. This is what you want. You want to work towards success. You want to be in partnership that is successful. You want to see yourself achieve the goals that you're setting for yourself in the future. You want to be able to say, I did it. Will you be able to? That's beyond the scope of this reading. But what I see is your mindset and your momentum is on this. Everything you're doing now is so you can see this happen. Good partnerships, working with people who are experts in their field, who want to work with you towards a common goal, or who can help you achieve your own personal goals, and to come out the other side the winner, or having accomplished something. That's what you're desiring. Maybe you're coming from a place where you have been successful before and now you want to attain more, because the Nine of Pentacles, I didn't really go into that too much, but the Nine of Pentacles is often associated with abundance. So you might have come out of a situation where you were already sort of quote unquote winning, or seeing some type of success, or seeing some type of abundance in your life. And now that you've accumulated so much, you want more. Is that selfish? Is that egotistical or greedy or whatever? Maybe. But again, it's beyond the scope of this reading. So let's jump over and get you an oracle card, and then we're going to wrap up, okay? Oracle card for Gemini in mid-June. Please show me. Which deck for Gemini in mid-June, please? Okay, thank you. Postcards from Spirit. Did you guys get this for your birthday message? What is that, like 2 weeks ago I recorded that? 3 weeks? I don't remember. Time is but a blur these days. Anyway, let's get an oracle message for Gemini in mid-June, please. And then it's time to have dinner. Then we're going to edit these videos, and then we're going to go to bed. Because that's my life. It's so exciting. Oracle message for Gemini, please. Oracle message for Gemini. That's good. Thank you. Oracle message for Gemini, please. Oh my God. Oracle message for Gemini, please show me or style me. Oh, these decks. You're all going to get treated. Oracle card for Gemini, please show me. Thank you. All right. Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have, choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity or originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. All right, so you can go ahead and pause the screen and read that on your own if you want. And that kind of speaks to what I think was troubling me at the beginning of the reading. This negotiation between who you are and what you naturally are inclined to do or be, and having to temper yourself for the benefit of others, but then ultimately possibly abandoning that and standing in your own power with the Nine of Pentacles and the Chariot and moving forward in the direction of being whoever you are naturally. You want to align with people in situations that encourage that or support that and see yourself victorious on the other side. But keep in mind, my dear friends, that is subjective, okay? Keep in mind that is subjective. Just because you think you're doing a good thing, are you doing a good thing? Objectively, right? So from your subjective point of view, I called you Sagittarius. I just did Sagittarius. Gemini, excuse me. Just because you have this mindset or this interest in yourself, this interest in your subjective point of view, or be living your own truth, there is this idea that there still is some type of objective truth, which is very hard to discern and very hard to understand. And I don't claim to understand it, but I'm throwing this caution out here because in your readings, I think for the past several months, if I'm recalling, not in every one of them, but in several of them, there has been this undertone of Gemini is doing things in Gemini's best interest, but it could also be a disservice to others, or it could be harmful or hurtful to other people. And there's a fine line that you have to walk there because, I personally believe you should do things of your own accord and that best support you and your autonomy and your agency. But if it's at the expense of others, if it hurts other people, if it is, disregarding other people just for the sake of disregarding them and not respecting them, that tends to create problems, especially karmically and energetically. So that is my caution, because that energy was here a little bit. I didn't address it a lot, but I'm cautious that Oracle card could maybe give a few of you like an excuse. It could really, I don't know. I'm being led to caution you yet again, and don't take it personally. I do what my guides tell me to do when I do these readings, and that's what they wanted me to do. Okay. So Gemini, that is your reading for mid-June. If you liked it, the like button is down below. Go ahead and hit that if you want. You can leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated in your life if you want. You can share the video with other people. Let them know that you like watching my stuff if you want. And if you want to subscribe, there's a button for that. YouTube made it just for you. Go ahead and hit that if you choose. Gemini, I'll be back soon doing a surprise live before the month of June is out. I don't know when I'm doing it, hence the word surprise. So if you're subscribed, hopefully you'll catch me and you can possibly work with me in the moment and get a question answered. But generally, I'm looking to talk to just the general collective. But I might do some personals as well at that time. Also, I'll be back soon with the July messages and all that good stuff. Again, check out your playlist for all your previous readings for your season. And once again, happy birthday, friends. Gemini, I'll be back soon with all those videos and that content. So I look forward to seeing you in the future. I thank you guys for watching this video. Take care.